Can you hear me now? Yeah. You can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can hear me now? No, they can't.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, they can. But
Yes,
yeah, I can
ma'am.
hear. Okay, okay. So I'll just share the screen now. Just 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, I started with the chapter money. Um, I want you to switch on your videos first. Yes, everyone. Anjo, Sharath, Amal. Sharath is kept it on. Okay. Irfan, Anila, Femina, where are you? Yeah, I started calling your parents, those who are not attending. Okay. So please, I don't want to, it's embarrassing for me also to call them and tell that your child is not attending. Okay. So please attend your classes properly. Where is Hadi Aman? He is present? No. Okay. So here I told you related to money, a definition of money I told, some functions I told related to barter system I told, there are some features for barter system. All those things I told you. Sneha, can you tell what was the problem with the barter system?
Barter system, there were lack of double coincidence of one,
Cons, yes.
then lack of common measure of value,
Lack of common measure of value,
lack of store of value,
lack of store of value,
and lack of standard of deferred payment.
lack of standard of deferred payments. Okay. Then I told you related to the money. What do you mean by money? One definition that you can see on the screen also. Tomlin, can you tell what do you mean by money? Tomlin, what is money?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, money is something which is generated as a medium of exchange.
Huh. There
Measure,
is a proper definition. What is that? It is a medium of exchange,
measure of value,
value,
store
then
of value,
and
and standard of deferred payment.
deferred payments. Okay. Now there are some functions they have given that is it is from that particular definition that is related to the functions. And another one is I told you some functions are primary, some functions are secondary. What are the primary functions, Ashish? Ashish, what are the primary functions? Functions they told medium of exchange, store of value, unit of standard of deferred payments and all those things. So in that two are primary. Which are they?
Medium of exchange.
Medium of exchange and then one more. What is that? Hmm? Yeah, one more function. Aishwarya,
And measure of value.
measure of value. Okay, well, then what comes under the secondary function? Elvina, can you tell?
Store of value and the standard deferred
Standard
payment.
of deferred payments. Okay. Now, next one is regarding the demand for money or whether the demand for money at a particular time, how is it that those kind of explanation it is, or you can say that why the demand for money is high for some time, why is it low for some time. There are different reasons for that. Okay. Now, we all need money for transaction. Okay. In the sense whatever you want to buy or whatever you want to sell, in that the money is involved, or for exchange the money is involved here. Okay. Now for any transaction, if we want to if to take place, you can see the money is very much required. Now larger the transaction, larger will be the money demanded. So if there are more and more transactions, more and more transactions are taking place, then the money demanded will be more. That means the use of money will be more in the economy. So that is one feature you can see related to the demand for money. Larger the transaction, larger will be the demand for money. So this is one point, and I want everyone to write it down the notes. Okay, I will be asking after some time what all things you wrote. Now I feel that some are writing, some are not following anything like that. Okay, now transactions actually they depend upon the income. Okay, if we have more income, the transactions will be high or low. How it will be? Hmm? If the income is very high, the transactions will be high, or demand for money will be high or low. Can anyone say? Then nobody will say. I should call out? Yeah, Aishwarya.
It would be high.
It will be very high. That means as our income increases, our transactions, our demand for money will be increasing. Okay. Now it doesn't mean that all the money, whatever we have, that we are going to spend or that we are using for transaction. Some amount we may keep it as a saving, or we may keep it in the bank here. So bank also sometimes have an influence on the demand for money. Okay. So now if the rate of interest is very high, what the people will do? If the rate of interest is very high on the deposits, what the people will do? Elvina, people will
They deposit their money in the
they
bank
deposit their money. Why do they deposit that money? To
because
get the
higher rate of interest.
high rate of interest. That shows when the interest rate is very high, the demand for money will go down or will increase. Sharath. When the rate of interest is very high, people prefer to deposit that money in the bank. Okay. So the demand for money will increase or the demand for money will decrease. Sharath, say loudly.
Increase.
It will decrease.
Increase.
Increase. That's what you are telling. Okay. Anila, can you tell?
Decrease
It will decrease. How it will decrease?
because they'll want to deposit money.
They will deposit more.
Want to
So,
deposit.
so money used
So
for
they'll
a little more clarification. Karthik, can you tell? When the rate of interest increases, people deposit money in the bank. Okay, so what will happen to the demand for money? Karthik,
Increases.
it will increase. Demand for money means what?
Transactions.
More transactions. More transactions means demand for money is more. More and more demand for money. So you said that rate of interest increases. People, they prefer what do they do with their money?
Deposit in the banks.
They deposit in the bank. So are they utilizing this for transaction?
No.
No. So there the demand comes down. Okay. So here so what is the effect they have given? Banks, whenever they increase the rate of interest, the demand for money or transaction for money reduces. So whenever they reduce the interest rate, what happens there? The demand for money increases. So once more, Amal, can you tell what did I say now? Related to what? I told you about demand for money. How is it affected? Or what relation it has with the rate of interest?
Ma'am, when rate increases,
Hmm.
the
When-
demand for money
When the rate of interest is high or low, what you said?
high
High, the demand for money,
decreases.
demand for money decreases, or the transaction of whatever we are using, that will be decreased here. Okay. Now, next one is, I hope you have written down all these important points. Okay. Now, next one, is related to supply of money. Supply of money in the sense, the circulation of money in the economy, or the amount of money what is circulated in the economy, what the people has in their hand, that we call it as supply of money. And it is a stock concept. You know that when you take the supply of money, we are taking that at a point of time. So when we take that at a point of time, it is a stock concept. So once more, keep it in your mind that what do you mean by supply of money? The money circulation at a particular point of time, what the people are having in their hands, that we call it as money supply or supply of money. Now it is a stock concept. Why we call it as a stock concept? Because it is taken at a point of time. Okay. Now, there are 4 measures for this money supply. First one is M1. Okay. M1 in the sense they have given 2 parts for this. One is CU plus another one DD. Now, what is the CU? CU is the currency held by the public. Okay, currency held by the public, or whatever currency is there with the public, that comes under the category of CU. And what is a DD? That is net demand deposits held by the commercial banks. Now, when we say demand deposits held by the commercial banks, it is the deposit of the people in the bank. Now, these commercial banks, they have some deposit in the other banks, or it can have some demand deposits like, for example, if you take SBI, or if you take South Indian Bank, the South Indian Bank can have a demand deposit in other bank. Okay, so that will not be included here. Interbank deposits are not included. Okay, so M1, that is equal to CU plus DD. Now CU means what? The currency held by the public. And what is DD here? Net demand deposits. They are not taking all the demand deposits of the bank. It is net, you know, that gross net difference, something they are reducing from this demand deposit. What is that they are reducing? That is interbank deposits they have, that is not included. That is what M1. Now what is M2? M2 is we are including the M1, that means the whole thing we are including in the M2, plus they are adding something, that is saving deposits with the post office. In the post office, we have different kinds of deposits. So that is included in the M2. So first one, CU, currency held by the people. At the same time, the demand deposits, the net demand deposits of the commercial banks. Second one, that is M2. In M2, what we are including? M1, everything, plus saving deposits with the post office saving banks. We have there is an option that there is a saving deposit in the post office. People put money in that. That is included in the M2. Now, what is M3? M3 is again M1 is included, plus we are taking net time deposits of commercial bank. What is this time deposits? Anyone? Time. It is related to time. What do you mean by that? Time deposits. Anyone? Everyone switched off the video? Switched it off? Please on that. I should know whether you are sitting there. Now, why you people are making me to check in between whether you have switched it on or not? Femina, Basil? Okay. So here, M1. Yeah, I asked you one question. What do you mean by time deposit? It is related to time. What kind of deposit it is? Time deposit. Pavitra, do you know? No. Aishwarya, do you know?
I think the deposit is for a particular time after which we can withdraw.
Time. Okay, so that particular time deposit, what do we call? You might have heard that.
Fixed deposit.
Fixed deposit. That is very good. That is the correct answer. Okay. So fixed deposits. So net time deposits are there. Time deposits of people which are put in the commercial banks, that comes under this category. Okay. So M3 includes M1. That is the first thing, whatever I told. Then it comes with the net time deposits of the commercial banks. Now, last one, M3. That means the whole thing, whatever comes in M3, all those things come, plus total deposits with the post office savings. Total deposits with the post office savings, in the sense, other than saving deposits, there are some fixed time deposits and all like that savings are there, that are included in the M4. Okay. So for measurement of money, four alternative measures of money supply. First one, M1. It includes currency held by the public plus the net demand deposits of the commercial banks. Second one, M2. It includes the first one, whatever CUDD, everything comes, plus saving deposits with the post office saving banks. M3, M1 is included, plus in that net time deposits of the commercial banks. I told you what is this time deposit? That is FT, whatever for time period we are keeping, that kind of deposits we call it as FT. M4, you can see that M3 fully it is included, plus other taxes, kind of deposits also, which is there in the post office savings bank. Okay. Now these are the important measures of money supply. Next one. Now related to this, we have given some liquidity characteristics or liquidity feature is there. What do you mean by liquidity here? Can anyone say? Liquid. Money is in the money in the liquid form means what? Grishma, can you tell? Deposit, is it liquid? Deposit, for example, fixed deposit. Is it a liquid money? Can you tell?
No,
No. Why?
No,
What is the reason?
it
it
doesn't make sense.
cannot be taken when
It
you
cannot
need
be taken easily. Only after the time period can be taken. Because of that reason, we say that it is not that liquid, or liquidity is very less for that. So on the basis of that, we are calling M1 and M2, it is known as a narrow money. Narrow money. M3 and M4 are known as broad money. Okay. Now all these are in according to based on liquidity. So M1 is the most liquid one, in the sense M1 is a currency held by the public at the time. At the same time, the demand deposits, and demand deposits are demanded at any time. It can be withdrawn at any time, or it can be used for transaction by using the check. So here M1 is the most liquid and easiest for transaction. At the same time, M4 if you take, that is the least liquid. I mean, the liquidity is very less for the M4. So once more, M1 and M2, they are known as narrow money. M3 and M4, it is broad money. These are given according to the liquidity, or according to the feature of liquidity. M1 is the most liquid one, and it can be used for transaction. It is the currency held by the public. At the same time, demand deposit. Demand deposits can be withdrawn at any time. It can be used for transaction mainly by using the check. Whereas the last one, M4, that is the least liquid one. It cannot be used easily for the transaction. It takes time. So these are the important points related to the supply of money. Now, who are considered as the suppliers of money here? Okay, you know that in our country, who issues currency? Shubham? Shubham? Shubham, who issues currency? Anjo, Irfan, Femina, on your videos, fast. Anjo, can you tell who issues currency in our country?
RBI.
Say loudly.
RBI.
RBI issues currency. Okay. Now, when they issues currency, they do this on behalf of whom? Can they do according to their own wish? Is it like that? Anjo, with whose permission RBI issues currency? Do you know? Or if you don't know, just tell that. Basil? Basil? Basil went or what? Where is he? Ashish? Ashish? Ashish, respond.
I don't know.
Okay. What about Aishwarya?
What was the question?
Yeah, whether RBI issues currency according to their own wish or with whose permission they issue currency.
With the permission of the government.
With the permission of, okay. Now, India, before independence itself, you can see that India got its central bank that was started in 1935. RBI is the one who issues currency, but the coins are coins are made by the government. Okay. Now we call RBI has the power, so we can tell that RBI is a supplier of money. At the same time, we say that commercial banks are also considered as suppliers of money. And how we consider them or why we consider them as a suppliers of money, because they create money with the deposits what they receive. Okay. So RBI is considered as a supplier of money. One more category of banks, we consider them as the suppliers of money. What is that? Which category we consider? That is commercial banks. They are also considered as the suppliers of money. Why they are considered as suppliers of money? Because they can create money. How can they create money? With the deposits, whatever they get from the people. Okay. Now, currency issued by the central bank, which is in the hands of public, or it is in the hands of commercial banks, that currency we call it as high powered money. Okay. Or it is also known as reserve money, or it is also known as monetary base. Because why we call it as monetary base? Because it acts as a basis for credit creation. What is credit here, Anila? What do you mean by credit? Anila. Anila, unmute, then tell. Is there any problem with your mic? Amal Raj, what do you mean by credit? What is credit? Say loudly or unmute it. You have not done that. Yeah. What is that?
To give money.
It is related to money. What do you mean by credit?
I don't know.
What do you mean by credit? A simple term it is. Let's just see. Neha, what is credit?
Ma'am, is it like they store the money for future use? They keep the money within themselves, right?
No. Tomlin, what is credit?
Ma'am, receiving money.
Receiving money. No. Karthik.
Loans and advances.
Loan. It is a loan. Simple term. It is a loan. Okay, please keep it in your mind. These terms you should know. It is very important. So here, credit creation in the sense, what do we mean by that? Loan creation. Okay, we are going on, banks are going on creating the loans. Now, again, you come to the point here, currency issued by the central bank. That is in the hands of whom? Public. It is in the hands of commercial banks. That we call it as high-powered money. Okay. Now, it is also known as reserve money. It is also known as monetary base. Why is it known as monetary base? Because it acts as a basis for credit creation. Listen to that once more. The currency, what is issued by the central bank, that will be in the hands of public also, that will be in the hands of commercial banks. That money, we call it in three names. One is high powered money, another one is reserve money, another one is monetary base. Why do we call it as a monetary base? Because it acts as a basis for credit creation. Okay. Next one. Now related to commercial banks, the main function of a commercial bank is that they have to accept deposits. At the same time, this deposits they will be giving as loans. Yes. So what is the main function of commercial bank? The first primary function you can see, accepting the deposit, and the other one is giving that deposits as loans to the public or whoever wants. This commercial banks, they mediate between two people. Mediate means what now? Elvina?
In which they transact or
In between. They are mediating between two people means what? They are in between two people collecting something from one and giving this to other person. Okay, so like that, the commercial banks mediate between two group of people. Which are those two group of people? Fast. I want you people to tell answer. This you know. I told two functions. One is accepting deposit. Another one is giving this deposit as loans. So they are mediating between whom? Who is
The depositors and the ones
depositors
paying
and the
loans.
borrowers? Depositors and the borrowers here. Okay. So here, shall I go to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, what the commercial banks, their main function you can see, it is accepting deposits and lending funds. And sometimes they make investments also in many fields. The main aim of this commercial banks is to earn profit. Okay. The main aim of this commercial banks is to make or to earn profit here. Now, how the banks make profit, or what is the income of a bank? Karthik, can you tell how the bank gets money?
Through loans.
Through loans, they get money, but you know that when they accept the deposits, they have to pay the rate of interest to the depositors, right?
That interest rate is low, and while
That
making
very
loans,
good. That interest rate is very low. So what the bank pays to the depositors, that interest rate will be very low. What the bank gets from outside, that interest will be very high. For example, on a deposit, for example, accepting deposit, you can see the rate of interest. How much? Any idea? Anything related to rate of interest? How much do you get on a deposit? On an average? Anyone? Have you gone to bank? Anyone? Yes. So do you know the existing interest rate? Somewhat. Approximately. I don't want a clear exact one.
6 to 9.
No, it is
6
somewhat,
to 9.
yeah, 6% or something like that, not 12 or anything. Okay. At the same time, for the loan, how much it will be? It will be sometimes 8 or 9, or you take it as 12. Okay. Or 10, you take it as here 6, here 10. Now, how much interest is paid on the deposit? That is only the only 6%. How much they get from a loan? That is 10%. What is the profit here? What is the profit here for the bank?
4%.
4%. That 4% is the profit, or we say that 4% is the income of the bank. Now that from that income, they may use it for that income they may use for paying the salaries, maintenance, and all those things they will do. Remaining, they will have that money is the profit for the bank. Okay, so main aim of the bank is that not doing the charity work or anything like that. They are earning profit. What are the functions? They accept the deposit, and these deposits money, whatever they get, they lend it, but not fully. I will tell you related to that how they lend the things. Okay. Now, two kinds of deposits they have given. One is demand deposit, another one is fixed deposit. Now, demand deposits, though, are those deposits which are repayable on demand. In the sense, whenever we go to bank and ask that we want money, that money will be given to the deposit holder. Okay, so first thing, it is repayable on demand at any time. We can, at any time, in the sense during the working hours, at any time, if you go to the bank, they can't refuse that. They will not pay the money. So it is repayable on demand. But fixed deposits, you can see it is paid for, it is deposited for a fixed period of time. Only after that you will be receiving that particular money. Now, no restriction here on the transaction of, on the number of transaction. Any number of transactions you can do in a day. 10 transaction or 20 transactions you can do. There is no limit for that. Okay, this I'm talking about demand deposit, not the saving deposit. Saving deposit is different, saving account is different. Okay, this one is demand deposit. This is mainly used by the business people. This is mainly used for transaction, for doing the business. Now, transactions, another side, fixed deposits, if you see, transactions involve two times, or only two times we can do the transaction. One is depositing time, another one is withdrawing time. Okay, so transactions are done only at only for two times. One is at the depositing time, another one at the withdrawing time. Another feature you can see, demand deposit, check facility is available. You can use check for doing the transaction. You take the check, write the amount, write the name of the person to be paid, to whom we have to pay. That can be given at in many number of times, or more than once or twice. You can give the in a particular day you can give the check. There is no restriction on that, but check facility is available on that. But fixed deposits, if you see, no check facility, because 1 minute. Yeah, because what happens, we don't want a check at all for this, because at the, when you deposit it, you are depositing for a time period. In between, you are not going to take that. And after the end of the term, or after the end of that particular period, you are withdrawing from that. So here, check facility is not available for the fixed deposits. Next one, it is also called a current account. Demand deposits, we are also calling it as current account, and it is mainly used by business firms. Please keep it in your mind that it is mainly used by business firms, but at the same time, fixed deposits are mainly used by the households. Now here on the demand deposits, there is no interest rate. No interest rate is provided. Why are they not providing any interest rate? Can anyone say? Why
Because
are
they can withdraw the money whenever they require.
because they can take the money whenever they want. Because of that reason, you can see the banks will not pay any interest, because it's very difficult to calculate the interest also. And it's not that we are keeping the amount of money for a long time. So it can be withdrawn, deposited on a daily basis. So they don't provide any interest on this. But at the same time, fixed deposits, you can see the interest is provided. So these are the important differences between demand deposits and the fixed deposits. Sharath, can you read the features of demand deposits? Can you tell the features of the demand deposit?
Yes, deposits that are repayable on demand.
Yeah, repayable on demand. Then
No restriction on the number of
no
transactions.
restriction on the number of transactions. Then
Facilities available.
what facility is available?
Check facility.
Check facility is available. Then
Also called a current account and
yeah, it is
any
also known as current account, and it is used by whom?
business for
Business firms. Then the last point,
interest is not provided.
okay, interest is not provided. Basil, are you there? Is he there? Just check. Aishwarya? You are there. Okay. Because your sound I can't hear in between. Okay, fixed deposits. What are the important features of fixed deposits? Basil, have you taken a pledge that you will not talk? Okay, tell now. Unmute and tell.
Amount deposited for a fixed period of time.
Yes, amount deposited. It is for fixed period of time. Then
Transactions are done at the time of depositing.
yeah, it is done only
And
twice.
withdrawing.
Yeah, depositing and withdrawing. Then
Check facility is not available.
okay, check facility is not available for this particular kind of deposit. Then
Mainly used by households.
yeah, this kind of deposits are mainly done by households. One more point.
And interest is provided.
Interest is provided. Okay, very good. So next, I told you regarding current deposit or demand deposit, then fixed deposit. Now next is about the saving deposits. What do you mean by saving deposits? So saving deposits, when we take, you can see the features of both demand deposit also, fixed deposit also. Okay. Now what are the important features we can see related to saving deposit? Here transactions can be done, but limited number of transaction. In the demand deposit, what did I say, Ashish, related to transaction? Demand deposits, what did I say related to transaction? Ashish, fast. Pavitra? Your voice is lagging, or you people now I don't trust now, because you people are keeping it somewhere else, mic somewhere else, and you are talking as if showing that it cannot be heard. Pavitra? Demand deposits, what did I say related to transaction? Pavitra? Yeah, tell. Regarding transaction, what did I say? Related to demand deposit. Femina, do you know?
Ma'am, no restrictions.
No restriction. But here what they have given, and for fixed deposit, I told there is only 2 times. I mean, transaction can be done only 2 times. So here, limited number of transaction. It is not 2 times also. It is not unlimited also. So here, limited number of transactions. Second one, check facility is available. So here in this saving deposits, you can see checks can be used to withdraw money or can be used for transactions. Now, this also, it is mainly done by households, not by the business firms or anything. Mainly, these are deposited by the households. Now, here, interest is provided, but it is less than fixed deposit. Other one, what is that? Current account, the interest is not provided, but here interest is provided, but at the same time, it is less than the fixed deposits. So, these are the features of saving deposits. Now, let me take the attendance. Please tell fast, okay? Aishwarya?
Present, ma'am.
Amal? Absent. Amal Raj?
Present, ma'am.
Ashish? Elvina?
Present, ma'am.
Reshma? Those who are not telling, I will put absent, okay? Sneha?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Tomlin?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Tomlin, your name is given. Okay. Okay, then 12. Aditya?
Present.
Anila?
Yes, ma'am.
Anjo? Aparna?
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Aparna is present, right? Yeah. Atul Krishna, absent. Basil, present. Femina, present. Hanna? Hanna is there? Just check someone. Karthik, present. Hanna, I have put absent, okay. Irfan?
Present.
Irfan? Present. Pavitra? Sharath? Shubham?
Present, ma'am.
Hadi Aman, absent. Yesterday also I called. Okay then. Bye all.